it's Mermaid Minnow here today with another exciting piece of mermaid mail. So I know there's been quite a few of these recently. This year's been a year of new mermaid mail kind of left and right, but this one is actually one that I've been waiting on for a little while. It's something that ever since July of 2020 I've been kind of waiting for this to come out and for me to get it. So what it actually is, it's a Mertailor Fantasy Fin 4 Orca skin tail. So I've been extremely excited about this since Mertailor originally teased, so even before July, that he was going to be making a whale tail fluke, and I was like, oh my god, orca tail, I'm so excited. I love orcas. I'm from Washington State, where we have our own pod of orcas here on the Washington coast. So I was really excited to get this because I have a very personal connection to orcas, being so close to them. And I think I mentioned this, I don't know if I mentioned this in my video about cetaceans in captivity, but I have a personal connection as well with orcas because when Keiko was originally set to be released, he was in the Oregon Aquarium, and I actually went to that aquarium and saw him in the aquarium. So I do have quite a personal connection with orcas, and I always thought of them as one of my favorite sea creatures. Rays being my favorite, ultimate favorite. Specifically, love me some cownose rays. I just love playing with those little guys, but orcas would definitely be a very close second. So you guys know me by this point. I kind of like to talk about my ordering process, how long it took to get here, all of that stuff. So what I'm going to do, because I personally, sometimes I want to listen to that stuff, sometimes I just want to see the darn unboxing. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and leave a timestamp below. So it's going to be the actual unboxing there. So if you want to just go ahead and skip ahead, go ahead. Otherwise, we're going to talk a little bit about the ordering process. So on October 2nd, I bought this tail for full price. So didn't think much of it, was kind of just waiting for it to come in. I was expecting it to show up sometime either this week, which this week is actually the end of November, or I was expecting it in sort of early December. So I didn't expect to see it anytime soon. And I got an email from Candy a few days ago that essentially said that there was a issue with the print of my tail and that it's what they would consider a misprint tail. So they offered me the choice of either reprinting the tail and having that sewn and shipped to me and selling the misprint on its own, or offering me a discount on the original tail price and giving me essentially a misprint price. Well, I chose to go with the misprint price because I will show you in the actual unboxing, go up close and that kind of stuff, and show you the lines in the tail that are what you would consider the misprint. Well, as somebody who owns Mertailor tails and owns quite a few fabric tails, I know that one thing that is a cause of fabric tails that some mermaids forget is wear, especially with darker tails. So we have a tail here that is black. So of course there's going to be some natural wearing to the tail, so a few white lines here or there really aren't going to make that difference. So I'm going to go ahead and show a video here of me looking at the different wears on my current gator claw tail, where I have worn it. I bought this tail back in February, I think, of 2020, and it's gotten a lot of use. It's been to many lakes, many pools, all over, many shoots. And so I'll show you the areas where there actually is some wear on the tail that you can see in some of the darker spaces. That is completely normal with fabric tails, because as you can see here in my Mertailor tail, this is the gator claw here, it is printed on white fabric. So it's not like you're gonna, you know, have the print stay nice and beautiful forever, especially if you get a lot of use out of the tail. So a few misprints here or there wasn't a big deal to me. So Candy told me that it should be shipped probably the week after Thanksgiving, but lo and behold, it actually was shipped before Thanksgiving. I wasn't actually planning on getting this tail until November 30th, but on November 27th, I go to look on my, you know, UPS app to see where it's at, and it turns out it was going to be delivered that day. So today's the next day, today's the 28th, and so now I'm finally getting a chance to kind of unbox it and show it to you all. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this sucker up. So I'm going to skip the piece where you guys are going to see me cutting it open. I'm not going to show it like above aerial kind of thing like I've done in the past. We're just pretty much going to get to the point where I open the tail and take it out. Okay. So I just quickly cut open the bag here, so I haven't actually, I can see a peek, but I haven't actually reached in and grabbed it. And so here you go. Okay, so here is some information. Here's my receipt for the actual order. It talks about inserting the monofin into the actual skin itself, which is actually something I haven't seen before. I haven't gotten a copy of this, so this is awesome. And it has some stuff for their refunds and stuff like that. And then it also has a care sheet as well included, which is very standard with any, you know, tail at all. But I really like that they've also actually added in their Facebook and other social media information. So that way, if you want to join in and find out exclusive sneak peeks and things like that, you can join their different social media. So that's a really cool thing. But opening the tail here. So the really cool thing about these bags that Mertailor uses is they can be reused for sort of a wet bag. So if you end up, you know, getting your tail wet, you can kind of just stuff it in here temporarily until you're able to go get it washed and cleaned on the way home to from the pool. So I really appreciate him including these bags because they're really useful. And here, oh my goodness, is the actual tail itself. So it's big, which, you know, I kind of expected, knowing that it is a huge fluke on the tail, but I did not expect the size of these fins. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me show. I don't have any side fins on my gator, but I have the front, the front fins here. Look at the size difference between the two of these. This thing is massive. Oh my goodness. What? And here, you can't even see it all. It's so hard to get it all in. Oh my gosh. I didn't notice that the printing itself was kind of like a gray here in the middle. You don't really see that on the online, but you can see there's sort of like some gray patterning here. I don't know. Can you guys see it? I think so. It definitely has some of the faded white look to it. I didn't know how I would feel about this brown kind of look. It is natural for orcas to have sort of a bit of a brown tinge to their white underbelly, and I wasn't sure how I would feel about it, but it's actually not that noticeable, to be completely honest. It is a little bit more noticeable in the fluke where it's more intense, I think, but I like it actually quite a bit. But I'm trying to find the actual misprint here, and I'm having a really hard time finding it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so you guys are gonna be like, what? This isn't a misprint, because you can barely even see it. Oh my gosh, hold on. Sorry, wait, come back. This is a long zipper. So here we go, all the way down. So that's really cool to see because the Fantasy Fin 4 is humongous, so we've got quite a bit of space to finagle this guy in here, so that's really, really good. If it was anywhere close to the size of the zipper for any of the others, it would be incredibly difficult to get that guy in there, especially because the fins on the Fantasy Fin 4 don't fold well over as well, so you can see this folds really well. It can be really compact, whereas the other guy who's down there is a little bit less. There's more silicone in the middle, so it doesn't fold over as well. So, but the actual misprint itself is so unnoticeable, and I only see it on one side of the tail. I think she mentioned it was one side. So you can see there's some intentional kind of like fading look. Again, it's gonna fade anyway. It's printed just like any other on white fabric, so it's gonna fade naturally. But you can see here, let me get nice and close because it is hard to see. On the ends of the fluke here, there's 3 white stripes. That's it. There's 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's genuinely it. No lines anywhere else. Nothing. 3 lines here at the bottom of the fluke. And I got a discount. I think it was $85 or something like that. So that's pretty awesome. Go Mertailor team for catching it and talking to me about it, but it's absolutely insane. It's literally just 3 lines. So I'm glad I had them go move on with it. I mean, I did, like I said, they did send me a picture of where it was on the fluke, and they showed, hey, this is what it is. And realistically, this is nothing. So not an issue for me at all. I know some people do want it to be pristine and they want to, you know, have it a specific way, and if that's you, that's totally fine. Like I said, Mertailor did give me the option to, you know, get it reprinted if I wanted to. I just didn't. So the other thing too is something that I was personally curious about is here is the dorsal fin. And there is a foam inside this dorsal fin here. It's sort of like, it's probably about 1/4 an inch thick is what it kind of feels like. I'll have my mertender confirm. He's better with measurements than I am. But it does seem to be sewn in a little bit here and here to kind of keep the fabric in place, and it does give it a little bit more of like standing. It's not going to stand straight up. It is going to flip over a little bit. I mean, if we're MERS in captivity, our dorsals would flip over too. So there's that. But, you know, it's actually kind of cool. I kind of like that, the stiffer look to it. And these fins, I can't get over these fins. These big, it's bigger than the size of my face, y'all. Look at that. Like, can you see me anymore? I don't know. I can't see you. But that's ridiculous. They're freaking huge, and I love that. I think it's gonna be beautiful. I am so excited and so happy I got it because, like I said, I was a little hesitant. I wasn't so sure about the coloring and was a little nervous, but really, I love this. I think it's gorgeous, and I think it'll just look gorgeous in the water. I'm excited to have such a dark tail and such a contrasting tail. It's gonna pop out a lot more than my current tails do. So yeah, so that's it. It's just an unboxing. We are experiencing a second wave of restrictions with COVID-19, which means that a lot of gyms are closed where I'm at right now. There is a pool that is still open. My mertender and I are gonna kind of feel out, see how many people are there, and of course, only be safe while we're there. But we do plan on hopefully going swimming and having a swim video in this beauty because I haven't seen any yet, and so I'm excited. I don't care if I'm the first person or not, but I'm excited to kind of show you guys how this looks in the water and compares to some of my other tails. This is the Mertailor Fantasy Fin 4 Orca Skin Tail, so I am excited. I can't wait to wear it, and I will show you guys, like I said, some footage soon. So with that, that is the end of the video. Like I said, I do have one more piece of mermaid mail coming. There is a hint in this video as to what it might be. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there is a hint. There is something in this video, hidden in the video. Maybe it's in plain sight, I don't know. That kind of goes to show what I'm expecting here pretty soon. So I'm excited to share that with you guys, and when it comes here, you will know immediately. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys aren't already, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that way you can follow me on all of my mermaid adventures here on YouTube. I do have my social medias linked below as well, where you can follow me a little bit more on different platforms and see different types of mermaiding adventures as well. Please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and go ahead and in the comments below chat a little bit about how you feel about Mertailor's new skins. Maybe they aren't for you. Like I said, I was a little hesitant myself, but now seeing it in person, I'm excited. So what do you guys think? He does currently only have a orca tail and a narwhal tail, and he is looking for suggestions for other tails that you might want to see. So if there's something that he hasn't already announced, definitely go comment on Mertailor's Instagram. Go ahead and join the Mertailor Facebook group page as well, and let him know what you guys want. I hope to see you all in the next video. I'll swim with you later. Bye.